Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam. This is Go To Outdoors. Although today I should say it's Go To Indoors because out there it's kind of nasty out. It's been raining since about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock today. It's going to be raining all day tomorrow. It's going to be raining all day the day after that. But that does mean some good things for this weekend that's coming up, but I'm going to get to that here in a little bit. A couple things I wanted to talk to you about today. Obviously, it's going to be kind of a continuation of what you watched in the last video. Thanks again for watching that one if you did. It was kind of a spitballing, brainstorming kind of situation in that one. I did get some feedback from a couple folks that already know me, got a couple phone calls, talked with a couple folks. So I have a couple good ideas of what's going to be happening here on this channel going forward. First things first, I did mention in that video that I was planning on doing some hunting videos and having a few of those being kind of thrown into the mix here. Obviously, it's the middle of September right now, getting towards the end of September, so hunting season's pretty much in full swing in my area here in Virginia. You got your waterfowl, you got your geese, you got your deer opening up soon, squirrel and small game. Anyway, that's not going to be posted here on this channel. If you are interested in that kind of content, feel free to let me know in the comments below. I'm kind of thinking about putting that on a separate channel, just because it is something that I'm also very passionate about, much like the backpacking, the camping, the fishing, all the stuff you're going to see here. And it's still going to be something I'm working on through the entire season, so I'm going to be posting it somewhere. It's just not going to be here. That said, because YouTube recently has had a couple changes with how it's treating the hunting style videos, and it's kind of a question mark on some of the other sporting related videos, even fishing in some cases, I believe. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to be putting that into effect on this channel, but it's something I'm going to be working through. That said, for the time being, I can do the foraging for the rest of this year. I can do the camping. I can do the backpacking, hiking, showing you what kind of cool things are out, at least in my area, within a couple hours drive. I'm not going to be doing too much crazy traveling for a while, just because it's getting to be winter. I don't personally have that much experience camping in the weather. I do farther south than here, but not any farther north, where the winters tend to be a little bit more hairy in terms of ice and snow and everything else that you may imagine. But that said, it's still going to happen. You know, I'm going to be doing a bit of car camping, a bit of exploring, a couple road trips. I will be doing a couple travel-ish kind of videos, show a couple of my favorite trail towns that I ran into while I was hiking on the Appalachian Trail this year. So that's coming down the pipe. But the first thing I did want to mention is I'm going to have a series coming up where I kind of go over the basics of hiking, the basics of long distance hiking, I should say, backpacking, through hiking, things like that. And the first of those is going to be coming up. I will be talking about what it takes for somebody like me, a larger individual, what my process was for getting started and getting prepared to do my through hike. You know, all the way from the decision making process, and you know, the shakedown hikes, and how I decided on what kind of gear I was going to be using, and the final choices that came out after that. So that kind of video is also going to include, you know, I got a couple things written down. There's plenty of things I got planned coming up here, and most of this is going to revolve around reviewing my hike for a little while. I'm going to have gear reviews. I'm going to break down my footwear. I'm going to break down the backpacks I use, because I did use more than one. I'm going to break down the tent I got behind me, you know, the quilt that I used when I was on my trail right on my other side. I'm going to be going through all kinds of little things, what I used, what kind of alternatives there may be, because certain things, obviously, there's different folks with different budgets, different weights they want to be able to carry when they're on the trail. So there are so many different factors that are going to be going in to what I'm putting in my videos here coming up. And I am more than happy to take some extra input from you. And if you have any ideas or opinions, questions, feel free to ask me. I'll leave those in the comments, and I will be happy to answer those in a video coming up. So the main thing I'm also going to be putting onto the channel for a little while is not just the preparation, like I was saying, that I will be putting into a little series. I'm also going to be preparing for my next series of adventures. The first part of that is going to include me getting back down to a much smaller weight. And I do have a lot of ideas on that. We went over it before. You saw it in my videos before. I started the Appalachian Trail this year. I was heavy. I was very, very heavy. Wasn't nearly the biggest that I ever was, but I wasn't the smallest either. I did have good progress, as kind of a side effect of the hike this year. So I'm going to continue that. I'm going to get that trend back going. My goal is to lose another 65 pounds by the end or the beginning of the hiking season next year for me. And when I say that, the beginning of the hiking season next year is going to be, I'd say, around early March. So that means I have September, a couple more days here in September. I have October, November, December, January, February, and March. By the end of March, I want to be around 200 pounds again. Again, I'm 6'1". I figure that's going to be a really good weight for me to be at to doing more outdoor adventures for next year and doing more things outside that y'all can feel free to come along with me and join. Again, that's why I'm doing this. I'm here sharing my passions with you. So, that said, probably going to be doing a series dedicated just to my fitness and what it takes for somebody like me, what's going to work for me. Obviously, everybody does things differently, and that comes to pretty much every aspect of doing things outside. Not everybody is going to do the same things as me. It's just how it is. We're all different. So it's just going to be kind of a journey, and I am more than happy to answer some questions because I have actually gone through this before. You lose weight, and I know what works. I just need to get around to doing it again this time. So, that said, I'm going to have a couple things where I do some, healthy cooking videos. Some of that will include what I actually managed to forage or harvest. Again, that's the harvesting part. That's going to be on the other channel once I get that started. I got to get the ball rolling on that here in the next couple days. And everything else, I'm going to have some basic workouts, the kind of things that I'm doing. I'm going to be riding my mountain bike a lot more often once I actually get my feet healed up and I can do that again. I'm going to be doing my swimming. I swam for 12 years. It was the only sport I did when I was growing up, and I really, really, really want to get back into the pool. That's just something I love to do. It's a fantastic workout, and it's very accessible. You can do that all year long. You find an indoor pool, you're good to go. The food side of things, I'm going to be trying out a diet, kind of not like a crash diet, not a fad diet or anything else. Do things what I feel like is going to work for me, has worked in the past, and I'm going to share, the meal plans that I've got going, the how I'm doing things with that. And there's a couple things I'm kind of drawing together to kind of make something that I know will work for me. So once I get that completely squared away, you're going to see that as well. In terms of that, I don't really know what else is going to be going onto this channel. Of course, like I said, I'm going to be doing some reviews. I'm going to be doing some fitness stuff. I'm going to be doing some travel stuff. That's what this channel right now is going to be. And it has to be fun. If it's not fun, I'm not going to post it. I'm not going to worry about it. Because at the end of the day, we've got one life to live. If it doesn't bring you fulfillment, if it doesn't make you happy, why do it? So that's what we're here to do. We're here to find our smiles. We're here to feel healthier. We're here to just have fun. We're here to get outside, go to the outdoors, and do everything we want to do. So if you have any ideas, like I said, feel free to drop a comment in the video section below. And thanks again for watching. I know this is kind of a random video, but sometimes you just got to brainstorm. And that's what I'm doing right now. So again, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.